This is Fuzzy Wingman. Today I'm playing some more Tau. That's because I finished up some stealth suits. You know, I got this guy all painted up. He looks great. And his two friends are somewhere else on this board. Some of them are easier to spot than others. Either way, for today, they'll be playing against some Space Marines because, you know, I don't necessarily need to have my normal Tempestuous fight, and I haven't played with Space Marines for a while. So incoming some Space Marines, and they're going to be playing the matched play mission for the Tau Empire called Secure the Summit. The only real thing is if you control the objective, you reroll hit rolls of 1 in the shooting phase within 6 inches of the objective. And you ignore a modifier for shooting at long range. Well, we'll see if anyone ever holds that objective. Oh, no, wait, the game does end if there's one team that is... if there's only one unbroken kill team. Okay. Alright. And there's no points. I'll just count up points at the end of the game. Don't need to count them during the game. That's that. The, Tau player has the greatest strategic advantage, so Tau player can choose their deployment zone. Well, any special deployment stuffs. They don't have anything to kind of drop in behind enemy lines, so there's really no need. The deployment is 7 inches from the center at this diagonal. Kind of awkward diagonal. Ow. You know, terrain with spikes. Yeah, I actually did get hurt by that. Oh, the things with 40k. You gotta deal with all the spiky bits. I think Tau actually wants to choose here, because even though this has like... I feel if they can get here, they can get more sight lines. Well, actually, no. Since sight lines to the objective will matter. Well, they can deploy like... Yeah, they can deploy here and push into the objective. And get some units over here that can cover. So, yeah... And this side has things that can start right there, but then you're just, well, you're obscured still. And they're frickin' stealth. You know what? No. Tau's selecting this side. So they better kind of get their models off. And then Space Marines will be over here, but they get to deploy their first model. They do have an Eliminator. Okay, so they can set up 9 inches away from the enemy deployment zone, which means if the enemy deployment zone is 7 inches from there, they could be 2 inches from there. So they can be 2 inches forward, but they could also deploy him last and kind of figure out what they're gonna do. There, he's going to be pointing and ready. Well, they got gun drones. So, gun drones. Flamethrower, because a flamer is the best use against invisible targets. Well, they're going to continue to just load up on gun drones. I mean, let's see here. Gun drone movement is 8 inches. Yeah, so they're 7 inches from here. They could already be, boop. Yeah, they can get to that objective quick. And now Space Marines have to decide what they want to do. They're actually going to deploy this guy. They're not going to just deep strike him in. Get your foot behind the cover. Mostly because if they try to deep strike him in, he's probably not going to be able to come in and do much. Because he has to deploy within 5 inches of someone, and they're probably all going to be up here. And then it's just like, well, he gains, 2 inches when he can start here and walk 5 inches? So it's kind of it's a counterpoint. Alright, so this is their leader. Right, so he has target lock, so that way he can advance and shoot just fine. He'll actually be over here. Eliminator can be 9 inches from the enemy's deployment zone, so he's going to be going for, I'm almost on your objective. Alright. This guy's gonna be like this, so he can shoot at things and still be obscured. This guy's the comm, so it's going to be as close as he can, so that way he can get up behind the Eliminator and give him his boost. Hadn't fully realized that Recon drones actually give benefits to Pathfinder, so might as well have him be around. Now it's the last two stealthy models. Let's see here. I need to figure out what the two Pathfinders are. He doesn't suffer a penalty for advancing and shooting, so he's going to be back here, and he's going to help advance. And then the other stealth suit can reroll his advance rolls. Well, he's still going to have his camo give him -1 regardless. It's not like you can counter that with comms or anything like that. Round 1. Let's go, people. Alright. 2 command points for each team. Let's roll them dice. The Tau have the initiative. Wait, didn't I say Tau was going to deploy on that deployment zone? Oops. Oh well. They did it on this side. That's just me being dumb. Alright. Anyway. Let's go crazy with the Tau that I haven't played with in forever. So let's get some drones going. 8 inches. I mean, they don't really care about the reroll ones to their hit rolls for holding the objective because they're already the set that is +1 leadership and reroll hit rolls of 1. So, they don't really care. How far can a stealth suit move? Not battlesuit, stealth. They can already move 8 inches? Holy fuck. So an advance roll can really put them far. So he's just going to move normally. He doesn't even need to advance. He's going up and still getting the 6-inch. Has the 6-inch ability for the Pathfinder. well, since these two don't care about advancing and shit the penalties, they're still going to advance because they might be able to do some crazy shit. So he's going to advance. Rolled a 3, so that's +8. That's a nice 11 inches. He's now all the way over there and keeping his foot behind some stuff. So he's already got some good shots. This guy will advance. I mean, I don't really need to mark that they advance because they take 0 penalties for it. So 5 + 8 is 13. Oh my lord. He doesn't need to go his full distance, but he can go about right here and shoot some people. Oh yeah, and this guy's gonna ready up. Yeah, he's gonna go here. He wants to shoot both models. And Comms is gonna stomp over here. Sergeant's gonna ready up. Terminator is actually gonna start marching onto this stuffs. So he could do some shooting, and more importantly, he might do some punching with his big power fist. So we move to shooting phase. Non-ready models go first, and that is, well, this guy. So he can reroll hit rolls of 1. He's demolitions, which, okay. Oh yeah, and this recon drone. See if I can rate it. It will choose a Pathfinder, boop, and till the end of the phase, the model does not suffer penalties to their hit and injury rolls due to the target being obscured. So that's good. He's gonna shoot at this guy who is obscured. Actually, first of all, how does a camo cloak work? Only works if the model is obscured, and he does not suffer any penalties for the target being obscured. So he does not suffer the additional -1. So he suffers no penalties. He gets, yeah, so he gets, it's a railgun, right? Rail rifle, it's going to be 2 shots, isn't it? Yep, at that range, it's 2 shots. It's only going to be 4s to hit, though, right? Yep, 4s to hit, but I get to reroll 1s. Both hit. Now it's strength 6, so it would be normally 3s to wound, but he's the demolitions, which adds 1 to the hit roll, to the wound roll for obscured target. So what do you know? It's now going to be 2s to wound. Both wound, and it is AP -4. Oh wait, did I roll? I rolled a 6 on that. So he suffers a mortal wound. And if I recall from the FAQ, you suffer the mortal wound first. Because they realized he had to... yeah, there's all of these wordings. Yeah, so they take the mortal wound. And now they take D3 damage. 3 damage. That will eliminate all wounds. And now we do an injury roll. He doesn't take the penalty to his injury roll because of the drone, so he takes out the Eliminator. Man, I've really not been able to do much with Eliminators because they either get killed quickly, well, which makes sense because they're high-value targets, or there was that time where they just kept missing everything, and it was lame. Well, next model I can shoot is him. And comms is at the... Oh, yeah. Comms happens at the beginning of the field phase, right? Oh, no. The scanner ability, it just says once per shooting phase. When you pick another model within your kill team, 6 inches. So I just need to choose someone who's 6 inches away. Ooh, I could choose him. But you know what? I think I'll leave that comms ability for the Terminator now. And this guy can shoot... Regardless, the camo cloaks are going to be guaranteed giving him an obscured. And if anything's... Well, the camo cloak, and then if he does that. So it's going to be -2 to hit no matter what. So it'd be 5s to hit these guys. Well, I think probably that guy just beats his own teammates. But he thinks he's going to go for a drone. I'm actually going to get over there and see, because the drones might be high enough that they are above his friends. Nope. Primaris and Terminators are just tall models. So it's still going to be obscured. They'll still be 4s to hit. I am playing them as a kind of weird salamanders, so they will get reroll hit rolls, a single failed hit roll, and a single failed wound roll. So I'll choose this model and they'll fire. So 4s to hit. I'm not going to bother spending the command point to reroll. Wait, how many wounds is a gun drone? So if they are actually 2 wounds, he might want to reconsider that. They're only 1 wound. Alright, so 1 hit. They're toughness 4, aren't they? Yes, toughness 4 versus strength 4. It's going to be 4 to wound. They will spend their 1 free failed to wound roll on this. And still fail. Now, non-ready models. They're actually going to have the fusion fire into that guy. Fusion blaster. Alright, is it with the... Yep, it's not going to be long range. Still going to be 1 shot. So it's just going to be a straight 4 to hit because the guy's not scared. They failed to hit. They want to spend their command point for their tactical reroll. Actually, they will. So they've spent it for this phase. And it hits this time. Which now means it's going to be 2 to wound. Because it's strength 8. It wounds. It's AP -4, so it goes through. It's D6 damage. It's 1. They spent their command points to reroll that, so they have to live with it. But they still kill him. Didn't get a chance to fire that flamer. Terminator's gonna shoot now. He's gonna put 3 on this one, 3 on this one. Comms will add 1 to his shot roll because things are obscured. So yeah, now it's gonna be 3s to wound because he's not long range. And he's the heavy specialist, correct? No, he was not the heavy specialist. Dang it. The specialists were him and the 2 that got taken out. And they wanted the flamer had the advanced rerolls too. Guess it didn't matter. You didn't actually advance. So that means now it's going to be 4s to hit because of his moving. He at least had the comms basically helped at least the obscure, but still 4s to hit. So with the first target, and also am I correct? An assault cannon has 6 shots. I am correct. So 2 hits so far on this guy. Strength 6 versus toughness 4, so 3s to wound. 2 wounds. I don't think an assault cannon has anything strange with 6s. I think it no longer has all that crap. Yeah, because it doesn't have the rending stuff anymore. But it's 2 wounds at AP -1. A drone save is a 4 up, normally. So it's going to be 5 up in this case. Failed 1. We'll let it go. It's damage 1 anyway, so... They'll spend their tactical reroll to reroll that one. They don't really want a flesh wound on a drone. They want that drone. Okay. They have to live with the flesh wound on the drone. The 3 attacks on the other gun drone. 4's to hit. 1 hit. Actually, they've not spent their free reroll on a failed to hit roll yet. They only did it on the wound roll. So they'll spend it on the hit roll. Alright. I'll just have to live with their crap. Does it even wound? Hey, it actually wounds. But doesn't matter. Nope. I think these Space Marines are going to have a very, very bad day. So we just have burst cannons now. God, that's hard to see shit. Okay. This guy's hand might be able to draw a line to him. Which also means he should be able to see the guy's hand. Okay, yeah, he can see hand. Alright, so burst cannon, or burst cannon. You might want to fire one of these burst cannons. I think they're actually going to do this burst cannon, because they could put it right into the, to the comms who hasn't fired yet. So it's 4 shots. He's not going to be long range. Oh, right. Technically, he takes no penalties to long range because they control the objective. Yeah, okay. Controlling the objective can help with long range, but I don't think it's going to matter in the end. So 4 shots. He's going to put them all on that comm specialist. Still 5s to hit because he still takes the penalty for the guy being obscured. But he gets to reroll 1s because of his sept. So 1 hit anyway. Strength 5 versus toughness 4, so 3 to wound. It wounds. 0 AP, so the guy gets a 3-up save, which he makes. Comms now can shoot. Comms can put a straight line to this model without it being obscured. He thinks he's going to put it on there. I know this guy's probably going to still be important. Oh, yeah, that guy might be the bigger threat for later. He's going to put 2 rounds on this guy. And the guy's the bigger threat. He's obscured, so it's going to be 4s to hit, but that's the only modifier. So 2 hits. Strength 4 versus toughness 3, so 3's to wound. 1 wound. AP -1, which for a Pathfinder is probably devastating. Yep, he's got a 6-up save now. Failed it. Damage 1. They've spent their command point, so they'll have to live with the flesh wound. But a flesh wound on the Pathfinder is probably still going to be rough for the Pathfinder. So they're not totally sad. Alright, this guy's burst cannon. He's going to put it all on the comms as well. 4 shots. For him, the guy is out in the open, so 4's to hit. Or he gets nothing. The Recon Drone, what does it have? A burst cannon? Yes it does. It actually will not take penalties of long range. It'll put its burst cannon on this guy. Obscured, so 6s to hit. Well, it was going to be 6s to hit no matter what his target was, so this guy, 6s to hit, reroll 1s. 1 hit. 3 to wound. Fails to wound. Gun drones, gun drones, gun drones. Alright, they got 2 shots. At basically whatever target. And they will also, because of obscured, be 6s to hit. So no, this guy can't hit anything. Because he has an injury on him. So he would be 7s to hit on anything that's obscured. So he's useless. This guy, he'll shoot comms. Sure, why not? Doesn't hit. Shooting's complete. Alright, morale. Space Marines are still more than... they're less than half. Tau have 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So clearly they don't have a problem. Alright, let's see here. Can they fail their morale checks? No. They need people dead for them to fail morale checks. So the injuries only cause problems of impacting their abilities to shoot and stuff. So that's it. Round 2. Oh, right. Command points. They're now both at 3. Ah, Space Marines get it this time. He's gonna ready up. He's actually going to declare charge on both models. Only this guy... Wait, does he really want to do that? Can this guy see him? So I was doing that thinking he doesn't see him. Oh, this guy can clearly see him. Screw it, he's still going to do it because this guy's Overwatch is crappier. But do the stealth suits want to Overwatch? Do they have the fly keyword? Yes, they do. So I think they could fall back and shoot. Still. So this guy's going to fall back. He's going to go 3 inches. I'll do that, but I think he just has to take a penalty. This guy will Overwatch. Does 4 shots, 6s to hit, 1 hit, 3 to wound. Gets a wound. It's AP nil, so he takes his 3-up save, fails it. They'll spend their command point to do the tactical reroll because, hey, it's just the movement phase. Oh my god. Well, he's just lost 1 wound. Watch his charge roll be Snake Eyes now, too. Ugh. It's not great, but he's in. The guy can't, and he can't fall back out of the melee because, for this turn anyway. Next turn he can. Now the Terminator is declaring a charge on... Yeah, all 3 of these models. This guy will fall back to 3 inches. These 2 drones will Overwatch, and he'll do the greater good Overwatch. So 2 shots from that guy, 6s to hit. Funny enough, he can actually get shots to hit if he's Overwatching, but not if he's not if he's shooting normally. So this guy, 6 to hit, 1 hit, Strength. It's still strength 5, so it's still 3 to wound. Hit wounds. 2 up armor for the Terminator. Saved it. They like rolling 2s right now. Burst cannon from with an Overwatch. They still actually. One doesn't say they reroll hit rolls in one. Is it just shooting phase? Or all shooting attacks? It says shooting attacks. Not just hit rolls of 1 in the shooting phase. So technically I can reroll these. I don't know if there are any from those 2 that I needed to reroll. Alright, the burst cannon got 1 hit. Doesn't wound though. So charge distance from the Terminator. This is where maybe they wanted to save their roll. Oh, 5 inches. I'll put his head right there. Oh, it's a question of did he successfully get this guy in melee too? Oh, yes, he did. He did. He got those 2. Also, he's not base to base yet with this guy, so he gets a pile-in movement. But this guy's technically within 1 inch right now, so he can't move, so that's bad for them. They don't want to put like a recon drone over here and it's like 3-inch pile-in. Boop. So, Tau. This guy. Oh, right. I might as well read how Fly works with falling back. All right. Glad I read about Fly and falling back. They can't do really anything else. However, though, they don't take any shooting penalties now. Fly doesn't say you take a shooting penalty after falling back. So those 2 are there, but they can still shoot pretty normally. And at the moment, they hold the center objective, so this guy doesn't take penalties to long range either, which he's going to be happy about for, say, shooting at that guy. Yeah, I don't think they can move anyone else. Well, they can move this recon drone. Well, they want it to be 6 inches from this guy. Well, they don't want pile-in to start being a problem. So you can go here, be 6 inches from the objective to get the long range boost. But not so close that this guy, after killing things, can just pile in and move, consolidate and move somewhere else. Because he's probably going to kill those 2 drones. So shooting phase. We start actually with this guy. You can either say shoot at that guy or... Oh. This is getting close. Base to base for measuring distances of shooting. So let's see here. That's the edge of his base, not the edge of his base. So it will be a long-range shot. Long-range and obscured. Does he want to take it still? Well, this guy, he's going to have to take the same penalties. The only thing is he'll have 2 shots on that one. But this guy, he could screw up. So he's going to shoot at this guy 1 shot, 5 to hit. And hey, if he rolls a 1 or 2, he can spend their free reroll to roll it. He'll use their free reroll to reroll that. It missed, and unfortunately, that's that. Recon Drone will give his boost. He will shoot at that guy with no penalty to his nope. Just no penalty to the obscured, but he's still going to take the penalty for long range and his injury. Alright. Well, that's his only target he could shoot. So he's going to do it. So it's long range. He's got an injury. It becomes 6s to hit for him. Good thing this guy did something or else he literally would not be able to shoot that guy. So 6s to hit and... yeah, 1 shot because it's long range. And he doesn't take the penalty. He can't... he's not close enough to the objective to not suffer the long range penalty. Oh, I can't even... oh my god, it's a hit. He's the breacher, so it's going to be 2 to wound. You get wounds. AP -4, so D3 damage. 1 damage. Alright. He's fired. The only other people who could fire are these 3. So we could do this guy firing. Can he? Yeah, I think he's at least... Well, how far is range? 18 inches. So, yeah, he's got his 1 shot obscured long range. Some sixes to hit. He gets reroll 1s. Gets that hit. 2 to wound. Gets the wound. It's AP minus 4. D6 damage. 3 damage. 4s. Alright, yeah. So clearly, we're going to an injury roll. They'll spend their command point to re-roll this injury roll because, you know, they haven't spent their command point yet, and they want better odds of, yeah, there they go. They finally got something that kills the guy. Jeez, they got some really lucky shots. I mean, both people who had like 6s to hit just nailed it. So that poor guy just poofed. And the other guys have no targets they could shoot. So we go on to melee. Charged models go first. So might as well just stick that over there. It doesn't matter anymore. 2 attacks from him. All going on to that guy. 3s to hit. Both hit. Strength 4 versus toughness 4. So 4s to wound. He'll save their rerolls for the Power Fist. So 1 wound. The Stealth Suit is a 3-up. With 2 wounds, so hey. He failed it. They have a commit. They'll spend their tactical reroll for this phase on that to get a success. Terminator piles in. Now he's touching bases with everyone. Terminator has 2 attacks. He's actually going to put an attack there and attack there. So it's going to be 4s to hit because of his Power Fist. So he'll do the first attack on there. Hits. Strength 8, so 2 to wound. Wounds. AP minus 3. Drones are only 4 up, aren't they? Yep, so it goes through. D3 damage. 1 damage. Injury roll. Not worth spending it because he did it on this guy who has that. So plus 1 means still dead. Now the other hit. Attack. Well, he hasn't spent their free reroll onto their hit roll, so he gets to reroll it. A 4 will be a hit. Now 2 to wound. Wounds goes through, so damage D3. 1 damage again. God damn it. But a 5 will also kill. 3-inch consolidation puts him right there. Granted, the guy has fly, so it's not like that will really help. Except for the fact they can keep going after people this way. So I can take off shot. Oh, wait. This guy can punch now. So we're going to non-ray models. Oh, well, I guess this guy can punch too. Huh. Well, we'll start with this guy. How many attacks? Since he's probably because he's the leader dude. 3 attacks. 5s to hit. 1 hit. Strength 4 versus toughness 4, so 4 to wound. Does wound, not bothering to reroll. Now I can figure out if a regular stealth suit has got the problem of... Yep, a regular stealth suit is 2 attacks. 5s to hit. Gets 1 hit. 4 to wound. Actually wounds. 2 up armor. Doesn't care. So that's the end of that phase, and then we go to morale, where Space Marines will have to roll. Morale check, 7, they're okay. I mean, the Terminator is probably the highest one now, at 8, yep, so they're okay for now. Tau still doesn't need to do morale. Doesn't have to worry about doing a break test, but let's see here. Pathfinder. Well, there's going to be +1 to their leadership because of their set. So he's leadership 7. He's got this guy next to him, so if he rolls a 6, it's still a 7. He still passes, so he doesn't need to roll. So morale phase done. Teams aren't broken yet, so we go on to round 3. Space Marines are now at 3 command points, and Tau is at 3 command points. Space Marines have the initiative. This actually sucks for them because they don't want to fall back. They want to keep their guys in melee. But they're stuck in melee with people who have the fly ability. So they stay put. And now fly. Fly around. And sure, he's just going to get closer to be like, you know what? Actually, he's right there. He's not even going to bother getting closer. Well, that doesn't really change anything. It's a question of, is that guy obscured right now because of the sandbags? These sandbags do not obscure. They're not high enough, so ready up. Well, this bit is high enough, but this lower bit's not. And that's ready up. And that's ready up. Because, annoyingly, for Space Marines, they couldn't even ready up. Because they were locked in combat. So, going first literally caused a problem for Space Marines. I mean, they're probably going to lose because of that. Because these two big hitters get to shoot first. Regardless. So, let's start with this guy just firing his fusion ray into that guy. It's still one shot, but it's going to be 4 to hit, reroll 1s. Reroll 1s. Of course he now has a hit. Now it's 2 to wound. And it wounds. And it's AP -4. And I think I forgot something last time. Which, yep, it's in half range. So when I choose damage D6... Oh, look at that. It's going to be 6 damage. I think he's lost that wound. I think he's dead. No, yeah, he's very, very, very dead. And now this guy shoots the Terminator with his rail rifle. 2 shots. The Recon Drone is enough to make it so he doesn't take any penalties. The only penalties he takes to his shot roll is his injury. So 5s to hit. Reroll 1s. 6 hits. Now he gets to roll for his wounding. And the guy is still... Yep. Partly... Well... He's just obscured enough from that. So he still will would be taking the penalty for the obscure, but he prevents the obscure penalty. But that means he gets the +1 because this guy's obscured and he's demolitions. So 2 to wound. In the end, it didn't matter because he puts a mortal wound on the frickin' guy with that 6. So it takes the mortal wound, and then he actually causes a wound, which is D3 damage. Oh, right. I only roll for damage after the guy, because it's AP -4, so Terminator still gets his 5-up invuln. Which he failed anyway. They'll spend a command point to reroll because they don't want their last model to die. So, their invuln saves. Because clearly they would spend it because this guy just shot. Now non-ready model targets shoot. He gets to shoot. He has 6 shots. He's putting 3 here, 3 here. So 3 on this guy. It's a stealth suit, so it's going to be forced to hit regardless. So 1 hit. Strength 6 for his toughest 4, so 3's to wound. Both wound. AP -1, so 2 4-up saves for that stealth suit. Failed 1. They haven't spent their command point this phase, so they'll do it. Ooh. He takes 1 wound. And so screw you, I still got more wounds left. And now the 3 shots on the recon drone. Ooh. Well, the 3 hits. He hasn't spent their free reroll in this phase. So 2 hits. At least the recon drone doesn't cause any penalties to his shot rolls. 3's to wound, right? Since it's a recon drone, yes, it's toughness 4. Because if it was T3, he'd be 2's to wound. But hey, he hasn't spent the free failed wound roll yet either. 2 wounds. 2 5-up saves for the drone. They have spent tactical reroll, so it loses both wounds instead of 2 wounds. So he actually gets to do an injury roll on this damn thing. It's out in the open, so he actually kills something. There he goes. He kills something. And now we see if he lives. These burst cannons from these frickin' flyers. So he fires his 4 shots into that guy. 4's to hit because the guy's out in the open. Reroll 1s. Reroll 1s. 2 hits. 3's to wound. 2 wounds. 2 2-up saves for the Terminator. Saved. 4 shots from him. 4's to hit. Reroll 1s. Reroll 1s. Okay. Snake Eyes goes to Snake Eyes. 3's to wound. Both wound. 2 2-up saves. You failed 1. Did they spend their command point yet? Yes, they did. They did it for his invuln save. So they can't spend it now. So he still loses his last wound, and now they do an injury roll. He's out in the open, so he's still dead. So even after all that, the Space Marines were wiped. I mean, really he had to hope that the Terminator survived. So if he didn't roll that 1, let's go theoretical here, since that would have been all shooting. Theoretical morale phase. Okay, Terminator still broke. But they also broke. So the game actually would have continued on the basis of there's no one unbroken team, they're all broken. So it would have continued and kept going until the Terminator died, or he killed everyone. Which, swinging a power fist, he might have been able to kill these 2 on the next turn. Maybe. If he had gotten the initiative where he would be able to charge them. But that's the thing, is because they had the fly ability, they literally had everyone locked in combat, boom, shot, dead. That fly ability is strong. Well, Tau won, obviously, by a lot. I don't even have to go anything about it because they get 3 victory points for holding the objective, and then a victory point for every model they killed. Oh, look at that. There's 5 of them. That's 8 victory points. Space Marines would have only gotten 3 victory points for killing 3 models. Yeah, it's even though they were wiped, it was still terrible. So yeah, that was Town Space Marines. Have a fabulous day, everybody.